Welcome to Get Unstuck and Sexy podcast show with your host, B. Wright-Jones. Sexy is the acronym for self-confidence, excitement, extra, and yes, I can. This podcast show will bring you encouragement, inspiration, and hope. Know that it's time to walk in your purpose with clarity, confidence, and power. Hey, everybody. Hello and welcome. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Get Unstuck and Sexy with your host, B. Wright-Jones. For those of you who may not know, SEXY is the acronym for self-confidence, excitement, extra, and yes, I can. Welcome again to the show. I'm so excited to have you with us today. And this is actually a new season and a brand new episode. Today, we are back on the air from taking a 1 month break for the month of July. So, this is the first show. I'm excited to be back. I'm excited about my guests. So, we are here. So, before we get started, just to go over a few things for those of you who may not know me, and this is your first time listening to the show or watching the show on YouTube, I am, again, B. Wright-Jones. The show is being brought to you by Keep Looking Up with B. Wright-Jones, LLC. And I'm a published author. I'm also a inspirational and transformational speaker, a blogger, a certified online life coach. I'm your lovely podcast host, and I'm also a CBD and hemp distributor. And I'm here excited to always share. And my purpose is to inspire, empower, and encourage women. And my audience is women are women 35 and older who are stuck and have a desire to get unstuck and walking in their purpose with clarity, confidence, and power. So the show is to empower women, but it's open. The show is open to men and women, but that is my audience. But it's all about inspiring and motivating you so that you can be all that God created you to be. So I know that I've had my struggles in life, but I'm so grateful for where I'm at now that I didn't allow myself to be hindered by fear, to be hindered by the negative opinions of others, but I'm out here shining my light and I'm empowering others so that they can do the same. So, again, welcome. So, listen, if you'd like to connect with me, you can do so. I have several platforms. You can connect with me on Facebook under B. Wright-Jones. You can connect with me also on Twitter under Keep Looking Up with 2 P's, Instagram, Keep Looking Up 7, and my website is bwrightjones.com. All right, let's get right into it. I'm so excited about my guest today. So let me give a brief introduction of who my guest is. Speaks is an energetic womb healer, relationship strategist, and editor-in-chief of WYB Lifestyle magazine, which is actually Work Your Business. She is, she has a smile and a personality that lights up a room even after she's left it. Against all odds, she has prevailed through larger than life circumstances to become the powerful and fantastic woman you will know and love. Her passion for root digging, belief in healing has been an unwavering source of inspired leadership, a trait, and this is the trait that she believes every woman needs to have. Speaks is a champion for women without a voice. Be on the lookout for more of Goddess Speaks, because I'm telling you, she has so much to offer. She is such an amazing woman, and I'm so grateful that I had the opportunity to connect with her. So let's bring her on into the room. Goddess Speaks, come on into the room. Come into the room. Welcome. Yes, welcome. Thank you so much for being with us on today. I'm so happy that you had some time out of your busy schedule to come on to the show so that you can share more about yourself with the audience and people can get connected with you. So again, welcome. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for
So
having me.
yes, yes, most definitely. And it's funny, I love how we met, how we connected. I never forget you had reached out to me and you wanted me to be featured in your magazine.
Yes.
And I never forget, I got back in touch with you and I said, um, did someone refer you to me? How did you find out about me? And I'll never forget your words. You said, no, I've been watching you and you never know who's watching. And I was like, wow, I love that. And that is so true. You never know who's watching. You never know who you're inspiring. You never know who is motivated by the things that you do. And it's just amazing. So thank you. That really
Oh, well,
encouraged me. Yes, that really encouraged me. So I want to just talk a little bit about you and what you do. Um, so I wanted to ask you a few questions, um, and let's get started.
okay.
So your magazine, Work Your Business magazine, lifestyle magazine. How long have you been the editor in chief of this amazing magazine?
It's been a wonderful 3 years.
Awesome, awesome. And you know what I love about your magazine, and for those that will be watching on YouTube, they'll get to see, I'm going to show it in a moment, but it's done in such excellence. I mean, you are doing a phenomenal job. You really are. When I saw the magazine, the one that I was featured in, I'm like, "Oh my God, look at this." And guys, I have to tell you, this is a print only, correct?
Yes, it is.
Yes, print only magazine. It is just absolutely beautiful. I will be showing it in a moment. But wow, so 3 years as editor in chief, that's amazing. Now, you've also had some other entrepreneurial journeys. Is that correct? How long
Yes.
have you actually been an entrepreneur altogether?
Well, it's been a wonderful 17 years of just being in faith and believing in self and knowing that we're not just here to work somebody's job. There's more to life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's so true. That's so true. And it's showing because you are actually glowing. I'm telling you, you are glowing. So yes, you are doing it. I'm so happy for you. And I just would love for you to share some of your journey. What other businesses have you been involved in? If you don't mind sharing a little bit with the audience.
Well, funny thing is, the first business that I ventured into was wedding planning. And I went into wedding planning while planning my wedding. The venue, I can't believe that you did this wedding for $5,000. There's like, I'm impressed. So the venue ended up hiring me even before the wedding was even over. During the planning of the wedding, they hired me. That to me going into, well, faith, actually. This random woman came into this boutique that I was working in because while I was planning my wedding, I also went to this wedding shop to look for my dress. And I ended up selling a dress to one of the women that were there, but I wasn't working there. So the owner saw me and was like, "Would you like to work here?" I was like, "Okay." so I ended up, so
I
I
love it.
And because I was working there, I ended up getting my wedding dress for $50. Play with it. So
What?
yeah, so it was definitely divine intervention altogether. And one day,
Yes.
as I'm at work, and I remember because it was a wedding boutique and it was very small, there wasn't
Yes.
a need to like come to work all dazzled, and you just come comfortable, wear your little shoes, wear your little pants, and go to work. But
Yes.
today, something was telling me in my soul, something kept saying, "You need to dress up today." I was like, "Why?" It's like, "Just dress up today." I said, "Okay." So I went to work, and I remember when I came to work, the owner looked at me and was like, do you know something I don't? Like, why are you dressed up? I said, I don't know, but I guess we're going to find out. So the day goes by, all of a sudden you see this black truck and you see a bunch of people come out with cameras. I'm like, what? We are a very small boutique. Nobody really knows where we are. We actually cater to brides, and we cater to drag queens because we was right next door to their show. So nobody knew where we were. We were very exclusive. Girl. So next thing, so you see all these cameras come out. And when the cameras out, and I'm looking around, and then somebody come up to me and they're like, oh, hey, we are filming True Life and we wanted to use the boutique. And I'm like
what?
It's like this, because it was so random. I was like, is this a joke? And so the guy from MTV goes, no, we're filming. And then he gave me, pretty much the plot of what was going on. And what was going on, it was a plus size girl that was looking for a prom dress, and she was done. Like, she was like, I'm not gonna find anything, and I'm annoyed. And I looked at her as soon as she walked through the door. When I saw her, I was like, I know exactly what would look perfect on her. The first dress I picked, which was a black sweetheart dress, she put that on and was done. Like, she was like, all over, oh my God. Okay, cool. So from that, mind you, this is all divine intervention. So from that, and when MTV saw what I did with, her and her dress and her reaction and her actually getting the dress, that's to, hey, we want to give you our card because we want to keep in touch with you. Okay, cool. I'm here for it. All right. So go by, not too long though, not too long. You guys to pay attention to how everything is connected and what's meant to be is going to be. So I would say a couple of weeks go by. I call and they're like, hey, we have a spot on Say Yes to the Dress.
What you say?
Shut up. That is my show. What are you guys talking about? What? So they was like, but it's in Atlanta.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't do that right now. I'm sorry. Okay. So they was like, oh, well, what about if we just follow you?
Oh,
okay. I mean, there's not much. I got, some children, and I got, this here husband, got this here that I'm at. I mean, it's not much, but like, what you want? And they were like, no, but I'm sure there's more. During that time, I was actually a plus size model. So while I was plus size modeling, they put all that together. And that's the email that you actually see. That was my show name, Miss Fabulous for Real, where they were following at my home. My kids were in. It was a gag. Okay.
Oh,
so
that's amazing.
Yes, but that's the thing. When you actually pay attention to your journey, and if you can even pay attention to the way that I tell my journey, and it's like, it's just a conversation, but it's the reality of how we got here, because everything that I went through during my journey of entrepreneurship, everything nugget, everything was something that I took and was like, oh, let me apply it here. And it worked.
Yes.
Time I got to, okay, I'm over the whole, show thing. I got into healing, and womb healing came from a journey that I had to go through, with myself. I wanted to know who I was outside of being someone's wife, being someone's mom, being someone's friend. Who are you? And when I went, it was amazing. It was dark. It was ugly. It was accountability. It was all that I thought that I was actually doing, but I wasn't. And when I actually look at myself. And I went through my weight loss journey, which is, I tell people all the time, weight loss journey is a mental transition.
Yeah.
Your body has actually nothing to do with it. It's the
Yeah.
weight of all that behind. I lost
Yeah.
8 pounds because I actually took the time to say, let me focus on me. Let me,
Yes.
I need to do for me, and let me not disregard the fact that when I, look at me, I'm not happy. When I look at me, I don't feel complete, because it has nothing to do with anyone. But as long as I am accountable for my feelings,
Yes.
I'm free.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
So lost that.
I
I
want
went
to interrupt right here 1 second. I just noticed that your mic is going in and out a little bit. Maybe position it a little. I don't want anybody to miss anything you're saying. This is so good. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Go ahead.
So once you go through weight loss, you actually become someone else, because I think especially as women, you feel as though, the usual. When I get married, when I have kids, I lose myself.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, losing yourself, you're just transitioning into what is right now. And what is right now, you're a wife. What is right now, you're a mom. What is right now, you're an employee. But are you allowing these things to defeat you? And that's
Mm-hmm.
where, things get cloudy, and you go through depression, and you start to, drink your little wine, and you thinking it's cute, but you're actually a baby that's trying to figure out what you're doing. Yeah, you shouldn't have 7 glasses of wine in a day. No,
Wow.
that's you actually depressed. And that's
Yeah.
a whole another segment. But reality is that as women, once you take the time to be accountable for everything that you are, you understand that you're the source. And that home,
Yes.
you are the source. And you start to move in ways that benefit you. Because if
Yes.
like things a certain way, let me teach them children. If I
Yes.
like a
Exactly.
certain way, let me teach him. If I know
Yes.
like to climb and not stay in, I don't like to be stuck. Okay.
Right. Right.
When I don't want to be stuck, I am going to move. All these things are up to me. I can't look at anyone else and expect it to
Right.
come, because they didn't come here with me. I came here
That's
by,
right.
I don't leave by myself. But everybody that gets to be in my presence, it is a bonus. It is a blessing. But I have to be a blessing to me first.
That's right. Oh my God. I love that. That is so true. Oh my gosh. Your journey has been absolutely amazing. Oh my God. And I'm sorry. It went out again.
What about now? I said I can't wait to see what's next.
Oh, I bet. Oh my God. That is just so amazing. I have chills. I mean, from listening to your story, I really do. You are amazing. Um, That's why I'm so thankful that we connected. Because just listening to your story, I can relate so much, because I have had always struggled with my weight,
Mhm.
in my life. And I know a lot of it came from childhood, just things that I went through, from other kids being called fat and different things, and those things being embedded in your mind. And then you're feeling a certain way about yourself, growing up with that stuff. It goes into your adult life,
It
you know?
it does.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
truly does. One of the things that, especially as women, that's important. When I was on
Hmm.
a plus journey, even when I was a plus size woman, I
Hmm.
wasn't needed by this weight. Girl, I was out here. I had a whole show,
Okay.
okay? And they was
Whoa.
chasing shows, and I was on every runway you could think about, because my weight had nothing to do with my power. So it's just something that you get rid of along the way, but who you are stays home. And I know one of the things that did, make it a little easy was having a part
Yes.
that wasn't fake.
Yeah. There you
Let's,
go.
let's talk
There
about
you
it.
go. Yes.
When
Yes.
going through weight loss, because I've seen it
Yeah,
all. When you're going
yeah,
through weight loss with someone that didn't necessarily love you before them inches came off, that's a disaster. But when you're
yeah.
going through one that love every inch of you because they understand that you are more than your skin, when you are with that type of person, your journey becomes weightless because you ain't got to be carrying this fool's insecurity. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So while you ain't
Woo.
carrying security, you have all that space to be great. That is
Yeah.
important. Be with someone that literally gets out your way.
Yes. Come on now. Come on now. You talking some stuff. That's the truth.
Get out her way.
Woo! Get out. Why? You know, yes, that stuff will hold you back. I mean, really, it's so important to be aligned and connected with the right person because, like you said, all those, they come with those issues, they come with those insecurities. That stuff is not good. And I know, trust me, I know. So, yes, you coming with some real stuff. Yes, thank you so much for being so open and transparent and sharing because the listeners they need to hear this stuff. This is
Yeah.
some good stuff. Yes, most definitely. Wow. Woo. We gonna have to have another show and talk about some other stuff too. 'Cause I'm telling you, this is
Oh,
amazing. This is
you know, with women, everything begins in our womb. Everything. Even what you were saying about our childhood traumas and all that, we keep it right here. But
yeah,
that, you know, during my time of womb healing, it's the hardest conversations that you're gonna have because you get to sit with me and tell the truth. You ain't never told the truth to nobody, not even your man, your kids, your mama, your daddy, your sister. You
yeah,
telling me because I'm at,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
You know how some people
That
say,
broke out again. Give me 1 second.
okay,
Wait 1 second.
testing one, two.
Go. Yes.
What I've learned during my womb healing journey is that a lot of women will not tell the truth because they don't want to be judged, you know, which is understandable because they want the people in their life to see them a certain way. Now, where I
Yes.
play is telling you that technically the woman that you're showing up as is not
Mhm.
you. You're actually that love from that man, that's not to you. That love from their kids is not for you. Your friends, whatever, it's not you. So it's not actually going to you. That's why you crumble. That's why when people look at your life and they say, "Oh my God, you have everything," and you feel as though you have nothing because it's not to you. It's for the imitation of you, the great pretender of you, and that's not enough. But when you're able to fully be yourself without feeling,
Yes.
without flaw, without nothing, and you're
Yeah.
actually by that, that's when you actually feel it and you glow. You feel you literally just visit people, literally
Yes.
the love
Yes.
you have around of that for self. It is,
Yes.
but you got to start here. There's a lot
Yeah.
of women traumatized, but they have kids with that trauma. They get married with that trauma. They go into friendships with that trauma. That's
Yeah.
not helping nobody. It's not helping you, so it's not helping nobody.
Yes. That's so true. And you're just carrying that weight, carrying it. And women wonder why they carry so much weight too in the womb area, in the stomach area, all that stress and all of that stuff that you're carrying. And it goes right there. It goes right there.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
we are ready to face it, it will not leave. The moment
Yeah.
you, all of a sudden, you'll be like, I never knew I had this type of waistline. I
Isn't
didn't
that
know that my stomach could do this. But you let go of feel, you feel it. You
yeah.
feel
Amen. Amen. That is so true. That is so good. Oh, wow. Thank you so much for sharing that. I'm telling you, you got me. Woo! But that is so true. And I can so relate to everything that you said today. And I just thank you so much for sharing your truth. on today. Thank you. Wow, I got to get my head back together so I can come back in. Come on, bring it back in. Let's. Oh my gosh. So yes, so it's so important, for us to be true to ourselves. I know for a fact, me personally in the past, how I was always trying to please everybody else. It was always about pleasing others. And I was miserable. I was miserable because I wasn't being my true, authentic self. I was trying to please other people because I wanted to be liked. I wanted to be loved. I wanted to be accepted. But then inside, I was dying because it was like nothing was about what I wanted. Nothing was about me being truly who I was created to be. It was about me pleasing other people. And my focus was so much on being accepted that I had to go through a very dark period. And I believe this really was God helping me to really come out into who I am. But I went through so much rejection. I went through so much hurt and so much pain because the more I gave, the more I was trying to please others. It was like the more I was rejected. And I had to really learn some hard lessons. And I'm so grateful that I had the opportunity to go through some of the things that I went through because it taught me a lot. It taught me a lot. So I'm thankful for the journey. It was painful, but it was lessons that were learned. Even in the ending of my marriage, um, it was a lot of hurt and a lot of issues, but I needed to walk away from that because it was just toxic. It was so unhealthy. And when I broke away from that, my life began to change. It just began to change. Uh-oh, I see you. I mean, let the truth be told. My life began to change and new doors began to open for me and new opportunities. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for that. So for those that are out there listening that may have went through a divorce or something, there is life after divorce. I always have to say that. Never let someone else define you. Never feel that. And that's how I was. I felt that I needed to be married, that that man would define me. No. So remember that. You want to add something right there? I see you. You want to add
Let me
something?
tell you something. Yes,
Yes.
ma'am. When a
Yes.
man goes down on his knees, because that's what he does.
Yeah.
When he goes down on his knees, that man is asking for your permission to be in your life. Okay?
Yes.
If you
Yes.
say, that's it. You said, no, you cannot have permission to be in my life. When you
Yes.
say yes, you are saying you may have permission to be in my life. Now, when
That's
you get
right.
and you do not do what you're supposed to do, and you
Yeah.
don't put where queen is supposed to be, you have to be exiled from the queendom.
There
Okay?
you go.
Because
Okay.
a king can reside next to a king. A king can reside next to a queen.
Well,
And
queen. That's right.
if we're both, like, say I'm a queen and you a peasant,
Yeah.
time
Wow.
won't work.
Yeah.
You
Exactly.
time trying to make me become a peasant because that's the
Mm.
only able to speak to me. No.
Come on now. You talking some stuff. Yes. That is the truth. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. I love it. Oh my gosh. Yes. This is good. Okay. Go
Like
ahead.
young Miami say, we go together real bad. Play with
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh, that is the truth. Lord, help us. All right, let me get my train of thought back together. Did you say something?
yeah, I was saying, just as women, when it comes to your time, that is so valuable.
So
And
valuable.
of the measures that a man that wants you, because when a man wants you, it looks totally different. But when a man
Yes.
goes through everything to get to you, you're going to let him.
Yes.
You don't went
Yes.
all that to get to the queen, and now you here and you want to act like what? Not on my time. You got to go.
All right. You got to go. You got that right. That's so true. Bye bye. Bye, boy. Yes, it's the truth. And we can't be afraid of that because, you have to think about yourself. You have to think about what's best for you. And a lot of times we get so tied to things and to people that we lose ourselves. No, can't do it. Can't do it. I can't hear you. You broke up again. It's not worth it. Exactly. It's not worth it at all. At all. So thank you so much for sharing that. Wow. So listen, we're going to keep moving right along. I told you this woman is amazing. And I just want to show y'all here what I'm talking about with the excellence that she displays and what she does and everything. Look, for those that are on YouTube, this is the magazine that I was featured in. WYB Lifestyle Magazine, Work Your Business, All Eyes on Me edition. Look at that. This is just amazing. And look, I had a full two
Let
page spread,
a full.
full two-page spread. Look at that. That is absolutely amazing. I
That
mean, the workmanship, everything. Look at this. Someone's on the back cover. I mean, everything through and through. Each page is done in excellence. This is so amazing. And listen, because I don't want people to miss out on this. With your magazine, like who are you looking for to feature in your magazine?
every
Wow.
entrepreneur, every person has a story, and that's
Yes.
or I'm looking for people that are willing to share their story, the good, the bad, the ugly, because when I ask the questions that I ask my features, it's not really for the features, it's for the readers, because those readers,
Yes.
that person that wants to go into entrepreneurship, that person that wants to write that book, that person that just wants to but doesn't think they can, that's where the
Yes.
features come in. And the features like, I was that person and look where I am now, because sometimes what we all need is hope, and that's what I hope that the features are giving to the readers, which they are, because I have
Yes.
features, their stories are so inspirational, motivational, powerful. So if anybody
Yes.
reads it, even the features, when they're reading the other features, I have gotten feedback of, oh my God, I've seen this person, I followed this person and never knew that this was their story. So
Wow. Isn't that something? Amen. There's power there. Yeah, that's changing people's lives. That's amazing. So you're looking for entrepreneurs. You're looking for people that have a story. So that's amazing. So how often does your magazine come out?
So we just are going through some changes, right? So
Okay.
a monthly, publication comes out once a month, but now we're going to seasonal because I wanted to actually feature more people when the magazine comes out, because right now I would feature like probably like 70, but I actually want to go up to 300. I want to go up there because I want it to be just this thick book,
Wow.
black X.
Yes. Oh, I love that. Wow. And listen, this is the thing. Listen, y'all. This is the thing. People that are featured in this magazine, this amazing magazine,
Thank you.
there is no investment. I mean, it's just your story. You don't have to pay to be in this magazine. There
Invest.
is a investment. That's right. There is an yes. Thank you. And your story. Share your story. Now, the magazine itself is it $25? Is that correct?
Well,
Okay,
it's
20
$20
is
for the 5 for.
Okay, $20 for the magazine, $5 for shipping and handling. Okay, great. I mean, oh my gosh. I mean, that's amazing. So I'm telling you, people, you got to connect with this queen, um, to share your story, to get featured, also to purchase copies of her magazine. You will not be disappointed at all. And I want to make sure I get this information out right now before we move on. If there are people out there listening that would like to be featured in your magazine or would like to get some copies of your magazine, how can they connect to get that information to you and from you?
Definitely send me an email at wyb@yahoo.com, and also our website www.wyblifestyle.com, because entrepreneurship is a lifestyle, and that is what we're really pushing here. We are pushing the life of entrepreneurship. It is not a game. It is not for the weak, and you better get ready for everything
That's
that
right.
it, because entrepreneurship, a lot of people look at us as rock stars. They just won't say it,
Mm,
but they do, because they really wonder, how do you do that? And they don't know the times that we want to give up. They don't know when we question ourselves. They don't know none of that. But in the magazine, you get to hear it from other entrepreneurs that are saying, I wanted to quit. I never thought that I would get this far. And
that's
that
right.
keep going. So it's almost like creating a village for us, because as entrepreneurs, sometimes if you don't have other entrepreneurs around you, you feel alone, you
Yeah.
feel ostracized, you feel like you don't have a lot of support from those around you, when really those are not the people that are supposed to support you. Those are the people that's supposed to tell you, either keep going or you can't do it or this and that. But those are
Yes.
people, your victory people. You don't know them, baby.
Yes.
You don't know them, but
Wow.
you know them. Those are the ones that's going to keep you stuck. But your victory people, you have not met them yet. Your
Wow.
business is track them, not you.
Say that one more time. You said your business. Say that
Your,
again.
your business is going to attract your supporters, not you, because they don't know you personally. They know
That's
you.
right.
So that's all you need to focus on. There's no friends in business. There's family in business, and they ain't friends. Okay.
Ooh, come on now.
So you really have to focus on the fact that my craft is going to get me the audience that I want, not my trauma. And we have to stop putting those two together. Leave your trauma home, get to work.
I love that. Oh, come on now. That's what I'm talking about. Leave the trauma home. Yes, get to work. I love that. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing that. I want you to share with the audience one more time your website and your email address.
wyb@yahoo.com for the email. Just send me an email of your business, and then I will send you back what I would need to feature you in the magazine. You can also check out our website at www.wyblifestyle.com.
W Y, you said
B
www.wyblifestyle.com.
Life.com.
Okay, wonderful. So you got it, people. So reach out to this queen. I'm telling you, she is amazing. So listen, I have to ask you
Uh-huh.
before we wrap things up, if you could share anything at this moment to encourage someone that's listening, what would you tell them?
Well, the first,
I can't hear you.
can you see and hear me? I'm sorry about that. I got a
I
phone
can
call.
I can see you. Yes. Yes.
Oh, I can't hear you anymore. Hold on.
You can't hear me?
You could hear me, but I can't hear you.
Yes, I can hear you.
Hold on. Hello?
What about now? Can you hear me?
Hmm. Hold on. Okay.
Can you
Hello?
hear me now? Yes. Okay, great.
Okay. One of things that as an entrepreneur or as a woman, as a man, as a child, there's several things that you should know when it comes to I'm going to step outside of what's normal. I'm going to step out
Mm-hmm.
on jump. I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to do what people say is not normal. You need to focus on the things that you can handle, like the things that you could touch, things that you could feel, things that you could see. Some of the things
Yes.
you could feel how bad you want this, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You can actually put yourself in position into, hey, I'm gonna put myself here, I'm gonna dress this way, I'm gonna do my
Yeah.
hair this way, because especially as Black women, you do it all the time, your corporate
Right.
hair, like this type of
Yes.
hair, wear to work, girl.
Okay. Okay.
So you set you set the tone for everything that has to do with your life. You set that
That's
tone.
right.
So the
That's
one
right.
thing you cannot do is second guess your tone. Here's what I mean by that. You know how you will say to yourself, I just put this application in for this job, I hope I get it. 2 seconds later, I ain't gonna get it. Okay, so
Yeah.
you're
I've
not
been
gonna
guilty of that. Yeah.
you're not gonna get it. And then when you
Yeah.
don't get it, you like, I knew it. Now you just sealed your fate just that quick. So you have to watch your mouth and watch how you speak on yourself, because it will produce what you ask for. So just mind your words when it comes to entrepreneurship. Mind your words when it comes to your future. Mind your words when it comes to what you actually want. Put yourself in
Yeah.
position so you're ready. Because if you're not ready, you're not going to know what to do with wealth when you ain't never been prepared for it. So you got to be.
Yes, that is good. Thank you for dropping that. That is so important. Thank you. And my last question for you before we close out. I know that you had shared with me earlier when we talked prior to this. Um, I had asked you about some of the challenges that you face during your business, and you shared it was uh, deadlines and prioritizing time and time management. If you could share a few tips with the audience on time management and how what things are working for you, um, we would love to hear it. I know I need to hear it. So could you share some things?
Well,
Yes.
well, let's get really down to the T and let's be completely honest. We can procrastinate as entrepreneurs because we feel as though we have the security of not working for somebody else. That could
Mm-hmm.
become a hindrance in our journey. So I realized that I would always find myself saying, girl, you work for yourself. Slow down. Shut up. You ain't. Who you gonna answer to? You? Just relax. And
Yes.
I actually coached myself into thinking that because I worked for myself, that deadline and time management didn't matter. Because really, I work for myself. Who
Yeah,
gonna buy me? Huh? And that's not the way to go,
that's
because
right.
it's the truth. If you don't respect your work,
Nobody else.
respect your work, and you not respecting your time, you not respecting your deadline is no different than your audience not respecting your time and your deadline, because that's the energy you put out there. So I would definitely say, just because you work for yourself, do not take advantage of you. Don't take advantage of your time. Don't take
That's
advantage
right.
of times. Still have a deadline. Nobody was with you when you came up with this idea to be all that you are. Nobody.
Yeah,
Nobody. So the
yeah.
least you could do is show up for you. Show up.
Show up. That's right. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for sharing that. You are so amazing. So, guys, you've heard it. You've heard from Goddess Speaks, and I'm telling you, get connected with her. Um, you will not regret it. I thank you all for listening today. I thank you for being my special guest today on the show. And this has just really been so good. So, again, this was, wow, the first show back from our little break for July. And this was so good. So, again, thank you for listening in. Thank you so much for listening in. You have our information on how to connect with us. And next week, next Thursday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time will be our next show. And we have another good show coming up. So thank you again. Be blessed. And always remember to keep looking up. God bless. Take care. Bye bye.